Throughout history, there have been places that capture the imagination due to their eerie atmospheres and inexplicable occurrences. One such place is the Villisca Axe Murder House in Villisca, Iowa. Known for a brutal and unsolved mass murder that took place over a century ago, this house has since become infamous for its ghostly activity and chilling encounters. Join us as we delve into the haunting history of the Villisca Axe Murder House. On the morning of June the 10th, 1912, the small town of Villisca, Iowa, woke to a shocking discovery. 8 people had been brutally murdered in their beds, bludgeoned to death with an axe. The victims were Josiah and Sarah Moore, their 4 children, Herman, Mary, Arthur, and Paul, and 2 young girls, Lena and Ina Stillinger, who were staying the night. The scene was horrifying. The killer had covered all the mirrors and windows in the house with cloths and clothing, possibly to avoid seeing their own reflection or the gruesome sight. The victims' faces had been covered with bedclothes after being bludgeoned. The murder weapon, an axe belonging to Josiah Moore, was left at the scene, wiped clean, but still bearing the marks of the horrific crime. Despite an extensive investigation, the crime was never solved. Numerous suspects were questioned, including a traveling preacher named Reverend George Kelly, who was tried twice for the murders, but ultimately acquitted. Other suspects included a local senator, Frank Jones, and a transient worker named Andy Sawyer, but no one was ever convicted. The lack of resolution left the town in a state of fear and suspicion. Theories and rumors abounded, but the mystery of who committed the Villisca Axe murders remains unsolved to this day. This sense of unresolved horror has only added to the house's haunted reputation. Soon after the murders, strange occurrences began to be reported by those who entered the house. Neighbors claimed to hear children crying and unexplained footsteps when the house was empty. Objects moved on their own, and cold spots were felt throughout the house. The house seemed to exude a feeling of dread and despair, a lingering presence of the horrific events that had taken place. The house changed hands several times over the decades, each new owner experiencing their own share of ghostly encounters. Some claimed to see the apparitions of the Moore children playing in their rooms, or the ghostly figure of Sarah Moore in the kitchen. These early hauntings laid the groundwork for the house's reputation as one of the most haunted places in America. In recent years, the Villisca Axe Murder House has become a hotspot for paranormal investigators. Numerous teams have visited the house, hoping to capture evidence of the supernatural. One of the most notable investigations was conducted by the team from Ghost Adventures. During their visit, the team experienced several unexplained phenomena. Using a range of equipment, including EMF detectors, thermal cameras, and EVP recorders, the team documented cold spots, unusual energy readings, and disembodied voices. In one particularly chilling moment, the thermal camera captured the image of a figure standing in the children's room, where Herman, Mary, Arthur, and Paul were murdered. Another investigation by the Ghost Hunters team yielded similar results. They recorded several EVPs, including the voice of a child saying, "Help us," and the sound of footsteps echoing through the empty house. Their equipment also detected unusual energy spikes, suggesting the presence of unseen entities. Visitors to the Villisca Axe Murder House often report their own ghostly encounters. Many have felt an overwhelming sense of sadness upon entering the house, as if the walls themselves remember the tragedy. Some have seen shadowy figures moving through the rooms, while others have heard the sound of children laughing or crying, One particularly eerie account comes from a visitor who spent the night in the house as part of a paranormal tour. During the night, she awoke to the sound of a child's voice whispering her name. When she opened her eyes, she saw the faint outline of a young boy standing at the foot of her bed. The boy looked at her with sad eyes before disappearing into thin air. Shaken, she left the house and vowed never to return. Another visitor recounted seeing the figure of a man standing in the kitchen, staring at her with cold, dark eyes. When she approached, the figure vanished, leaving her with a sense of dread. She later learned that this was a common sighting, believed to be the ghost of Josiah Moore. Despite the numerous investigations and personal accounts, the true nature of the Villisca Axe Murder House's hauntings remains a mystery. The spirits of the Moore family and the Stillinger sisters seem to be eternally bound to the site, reliving their tragic last moments. The house continues to operate as a museum and a destination for paranormal enthusiasts. Visitors from around the world come to experience its eerie atmosphere and to catch a glimpse of the ghosts said to reside there. Some come seeking answers, while others are simply drawn by the house's dark history. The Villisca Axe Murder House stands as a testament to the enduring power of ghost stories and the mysteries that lie beyond our understanding. It serves as a reminder that the past is never truly gone, and that some places are forever marked by the events that transpired there. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, the stories of the Villisca Axe Murder House are sure to leave you with a sense of wonder and a chill down your spine. As night falls and the house's windows glow with an eerie light, the spirits of the past seem to come alive. They wander the darkened rooms, reliving their final moments and whispering in the shadows, their stories woven into the very fabric of the house. For those who dare to explore its haunted halls, the Villisca Axe Murder House offers a glimpse into a world where history and the supernatural collide, leaving an unforgettable impression on all who enter.